WFSB, this is an Eyewitness News Update.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. It is February 23rd. I'm Roger Susanin. Let's take a look at some of our top stories this morning. We begin in Ledyard, where Route 12 is now back open after a serious rollover crash on the Preston Town line shut down that highway for hours. Eyewitness News captured this footage of the scene right around 11 o'clock last night. You can see just how badly that vehicle was damaged. At this point, we continue hitting the phones, trying to learn if anybody was injured and also what may have led up to that nasty wreck. And this morning, investigators in West Haven are trying to figure out what sparked a pretty big fire last night on Savin Avenue. This is a look at the scene right around midnight. We have reached out to the local fire department to try to learn if anybody was injured, as well as how much damage that fire caused. As soon as we get new information, we'll keep you updated both on the air and on the WFSB News app. This morning, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is heading to Ukraine to try and assure folks there that more relief is on the way. Tomorrow will actually mark 2 years since Russia first invaded Ukraine. The UN reports more than 30,000 civilians have been either killed or injured in that brutal war. And a bill to send $60 billion in aid to the country is currently stalled in the U.S. House of Representatives. In total, the U.S. has committed more than $30 billion in security assistance to Ukraine since President Joe Biden took office. And campus police at UConn are searching for the people responsible for defacing Ukrainian ribbons all around the university campus. Students say they first noticed the vandalized flags back on Monday and that this has been a problem all week. Today, students in the Ukrainian Student Association are placing 100 flags outside the student union to remember and honor Ukrainians who have died in that conflict. And happening today in Norwich, Congressman Joe Courtney will sit down with Ukrainian American veterans here in our state. Courtney will also discuss a new law that aims to help injured Ukrainian soldiers. The congressman is also calling on his peers in the House of Representatives to approve more military relief for Ukraine. This morning, police in New Haven are asking for your help as they try to find the man that you see here on your screen. Police say he, as well as another suspect, robbed a woman at an ATM. We're told that crime happened earlier this week on Chapel Street Tuesday afternoon. And apparently the suspect said they had weapons in their pockets and then escorted the victim to an ATM on Church Street and forced her to withdraw $1,000. Anybody with useful information should contact New Haven PD right away. And new this morning, a Burlington man accused of running a massive illegal magic mushroom operation inside his home will face a judge. Police say West and Seoul created a drug factory worth more than $8 million. Investigators released these photos that you see on your screen showing the inside of Seoul's home on Lyon Road during their raid back in November. Seoul is 21 and he's been charged with operating a drug factory as well as possession and intent to sell. Well, the defense could rest as soon as today in the Michelle Troconis trial. While in court yesterday, the defense called a memory expert to the stand. Professor Elizabeth Loftus testified that memory fades over time and that stress as well as sleep deprivation can make it worse. She also says that could have played a part in Troconis's inconsistencies during her interviews with police. Loftus testified people can then start to doubt what they've originally said and change their story. Well, in New Britain, veterans and their families are gathering for the 79th anniversary of the Iwo Jima flag raising. The event is being held at the National Iwo Jima Memorial Park. The monument there is dedicated to the 100 Connecticut soldiers who lost their lives in that conflict. It's also the only monument in the world built by Iwo Jima survivors. Incredible. Scott, over to you.
All right, 7:04. It's raining, moderate to heavy, coming right now in Plymouth, on up through Harwington, Avon, Simsbury, Windsor Locks, and Enfield. So if you're going to be out and about, be careful driving. It's going to be proven to be a little difficult with some of that moderate to heavy rain. That is pushing into Massachusetts. Give me a couple of hours. This is all going to be done, including the mixing that's taking place in parts of Heartland, Barkhamsted, Riverton, Goshen, Norfolk, just all of the Colebrook, all of these towns up there in the highest elevations of the state dealing with a little bit of mixing this morning. It's not too much of a big deal. Basically, the roads are just plain old wet, but there is a little slushy accumulation on the lawn surfaces there in that part of the state. Windsor locks, the visibility has gotten a little bit better. It's still a little rough out there, but 35 degrees, we'll take that. 2 miles of visibility at Bradley. That's down from 2.5. 2.5 at Brainerd, 5 in Meriden, Goose Eggs in Chester. Really some tough fog. I was just looking at our Middletown iCam. I hope that's in my queue because I do want to show it to you. All right, Mystic, not looking bad there this morning. It's basically calm. And here is the sun in New Haven. Hello. Hello, sunshine. 43 degrees with a calm wind, so that's really picturesque. The rain is over for the shoreline. Temperatures along the shoreline, incredible. 41. This is the normal high for this time of year. 41s and 42s and 43s, mid to upper 30s in inland Connecticut. And we are up substantially from where we were 24 hours ago. Anywhere from 9 to 14 to 16 degrees better. Now, there is a gentle breeze out there. That'll make the temperatures feel just a little bit cooler, but wind chill is really not a factor this morning. 41 to 46, rain to start. It'll end in just a few hours, and then it's going to be a milder day today than it was yesterday. But we've got that little bit of mixing right now, a little bit of rain right now in parts of central and northwest Connecticut. Rain today will taper off about 11 o'clock noontime today, then briefly blustery for tomorrow, and then spring is in full bloom tomorrow. Not so much. But then by the middle of next week, we're talking about temperatures close to 60 degrees. Here's Futurecast, really an accurate portrayal of what's taking place. We've got that moderate to heavy rain, but watch, quickly moves out. By noon, we're under mostly cloudy skies. There could be a little shower in southeast Connecticut a little bit later on this afternoon, but not a big deal. And then the weekend looks great. We just got to get there. It's going to be mostly sunny, but very chilly. This area of low pressure scoots out. Northwesterly flow kicks in. High pressure dominates through the weekend, but it's going to be windy, blustery, and cold during the day tomorrow. Check out the wind chill values tomorrow. Woo! This is Saturday in the afternoon. It's going to feel like it's in the teens and low to mid 20s. Bundle up. All right, your forecast highs for today in the low 40s. Tomorrow, what a drop in temperature by 10 degrees, but it's going to feel even colder. Breezy, nice on Sunday. A shower early Monday. Tuesday looks good. Wednesday morning rain. Thursday afternoon rain. But look at the temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Roger, spring is in full bloom.
Love to see those 50s. Thanks, Scott. And thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News. We know you have a lot of choices, so thanks for choosing us. Remember, you can always get more news, weather, and traffic updates anytime on the WFSB News app. We leave you with a beautiful shot of our state's great shoreline. Have a great day, everybody.